Hey guys, I hope everyone is doing great. We're gonna continue with the with TOEFL skills. Since we were in class, we were studying all these skills from 1 through 5. So we're gonna continue with skill number 6 today. However, you know, some of you have some questions about the skill number, I guess it's 4 and 5 with present participle and past participle. Let's have just a quick review, guys. Let's go ahead with present participle. Remember, all the present participles are the words with ing. Don't get confused that because we have an ing word is a verb, because it can be an adjective, right? So remember that if a word is ing is going to be a verb, it's going to be continuous, so we need the verb to be. So you can say the man is walking on the street. Actually, not a man. Let's this person. So let's change it, and that let's say my brother is walking on the streets right now. My gosh, right now. All right. So in this one, this is our subjects. The verb to be in ing. This is a verb continuous, right? This is a simple present continuous tense. Right? Another one can be my mom is watching TV. Right? So my mom is the subject, right? Is watching. Sorry. Is watching is gonna be the verb. Why? Because he's giving an action in the sentence. My brother is walking. Is walking is the action of this sentence. So if this is the action, this is a verb, right? My mom is watching. Is describing what my mom is doing. So this is a verb. So how's gonna be as an adjective, guys? We don't have the verb to be, right? My brother is walking on the street. Hey, the man walking on the street. Hey, so you see, walking here, walking is a verb or an adjective. This is an adjective because it's describing what this subject is doing, right? The man walking. What is the man doing? Walking. The man walking on the streets. And what is going to be the verb? Is my brother. The man walking on the street is my brother. And let's do the other one. Let's say my mom is watching TV. The woman watching TV. Again, watching. Watching is describing what this subject is doing. So if this is describing a subject, now is an adjective. The woman watching TV is my mom. Right? Simple like that, guys. So don't get confused. The ing words are gonna be verbs when they are, performing an action in a sentence. As an adjective, in an adjective is immediately describing the subjects. It's the same with past participle verbs. I can say I have painted my room, right? I have fixed my car. Hey, I have painted. So this one is a verb. This is a present perfect tense. So have painted is an action, right? It's describing what these subjects has done. In here too. I have painted my room. I have painted is an action. Have fixed is an action, right? So that's how you identify this. These both are present perfect tense. But how this is going to be as an adjective, right? I can say the room painted. I can say like this: by me is my room. Pause. The room painted is mine. Painted is describing this room. And what is the verb? The verb is. Right? I can say the car fixed by me is my brother's car. Right? Fixed is describing this subject by me. When I say by me, I'm just giving extra information who fixed the car, but it's not necessary. The verb is. The room painted is mine. I can say by me here is. The room painted by me is mine. The car fixed by me is my brother's car. So the verb is. And the verb here is. So don't get confused that just because we have painted here, this is going to be a verb. And here is an adjective, and here is an adjective too. Right? It's really simple, guys. Hey, so let's continue with what we have to study today. All right, so we're gonna go through skill number 6. This is really simple because we already studied this using the conjunctions. So in this one, we're gonna use coordinate connectors. Right? When you have two clauses in an English sentence, you must connect the two clauses correctly. One way to connect two clauses is to use and, but, or, so, or yet between the clauses. This, guys. So this is gonna be really simple. Like once you say Tom, like here, like you say Tom is gonna be, this is your subject, right? Is singing the verb. So we have a sentence here. Once you say and, you're separating two sentences. And is separating two sentences, right? We have Tom, one subject here, Paul, another subject here, verb and verb. And here the same. Tom, subject, verb, verb. In between, separating the two clauses, but. This is, really simple for you guys. I know. And you know how to use and, you know how to use all these conjunctions. You're familiar with this, I'm pretty sure. So we did it in class. All right. So in this one, Tom must write the letter or Paul will do it. Same. Tom, subject. We have here one sentence. We have the correlative conjunction in another sentence. In between, we have one and two clauses. 1, 2, right? That's what we have to do all the time when we use this. A, in this example, say a power failure occurred. Then so later next. So if you see, it says here in this example, you should notice quickly that there are two clauses, a power failure occurred and the lamps went out. This sentence needs a connector to join the two clauses because we have two clauses. Then later and next are not connectors. So answer A and C and D are not correct. The best answer is B, saw. And remember that saw is, the consequence, the second clause is the consequence of the first one. So once you use saw, it means that this sentence is a consequence of this one. That's how we use saw. Remember that, guys? You know that. Just refreshing your mind. This happens because of this, right? Right. Let's continue them. So the coordinate, the coordinating conjunctions, in this case, in TOEFL coordinate connectors, you're gonna use and, but, or, so, and yet. The fun boys. They're not using nor, but that's part of this coordinating conjunctions, right? What is the point to coordinate connectors? Like really simple. I here, this is just the formula. See, subject, verb, connector, subject, verb. Simple like that. All the time you have to have a subject, verb, connector, subject, verb, all the time, right? So try to do the exercises here in your house. You have your pamphlet in your house, guys. Just try to do it. If you have any doubts, just I'm gonna just put a forum on Schoology. Hey, let's continue with skill number 7. Hey, it says use adverb time and cause connectors correctly. So focus on this, guys. That it says adverb time and cause. So we're gonna be talking about time and cause all the time. Hey, in this one that it says, I will sign the check before you leave. Before. This is time, right? It says, in each of these examples, there are two clauses. You leave and I will sign the check. And the clause you leave is an adverb time, right? Because we have this. And it is introduced with a connector before. And the first example to connector before comes in the middle of the sentence. And no comma is used, right? In the second example, the connector before comes at the beginning of the sentence, right? If you have here at the very beginning the connector, so you need a comma to separate it. But in this case, if the connector is in the middle, if the connector is separating the two clauses, you don't have to use a comma, right? So that's it, guys. I mean, it's just the same information that we reviewed previously. The only thing is that, just focus, and this one we are talking about time. That's it. Right. Let's continue then. So in this example, it says, was late, I missed the appointment. What is the correct answer? In this example, you should recognize easily that there is a verb was, right, that needs a subject. There is also another clause, I missed the appointment. If you choose answer A or answer C, you will have a subject for the verb was, but you will not have a connector to join the two clauses, right? So that's the thing. We have a comma here, so it means that we need a connector, because you need a connector, right, to join the two clauses. A and C are incorrect. B is incorrect because there is no subject for the verb. was. Answer D is the best answer. You say here the letter D, guys. It says since he. So in this one, you have the subjects that we need for this verb. However, if you see here, we have a comma. So if we have a comma, we have the comma here. Once again, he is for this, but we need a connector because we have the comma. So it means that we are separating two clauses. So the connector should be here. Since he was late, I missed the appointment. Right? All right. So no, this is the advertising cost connectors that we have. After, as long as soon as, before, by the time, and so on. What is the formula for this, guys? It's really simple. Subject, verb. You need the adverb, connector, subject, verb, right? If the connector is in the middle, but if the connector is at the very beginning, it's the same. Subject, verb, but we need a comma to separate the two clauses because they are together. Subject, verb. All right, got it? Let's move on then. Hey, try to make these exercises at home, guys. And I guess I'm gonna just upload the correct and incorrect to Schoology. I will let you know what is gonna be your task. Hey, and let's take the last one for today. This is skill number 8. It says use other adverb connectors correctly. Now, adverb clauses can express the ideas of time and cost. Once again, right? As you saw in skill 7, adverb clauses can also express a number of other ideas, such as contrast, condition, manner, and place. Because these clauses are adverb clauses, they have the same structure as the time and cost clauses in skill 7. It started the following examples. Is I will leave at 7 if I am ready. Right? We say if. This is a connector, right? But this is a different way. This is working as conditional, right? If I am ready, I will eat at 7. If I'm not ready, of course I will not, right? And although always for a cost, right? I managed to catch the train although I was late, right? Or like in this, although I was late, I managed to catch the train. I mean, what is the point? You still have, that you can have different connectors, but they have to make sense, right? Although I was late, it means that even though, despite of, means that this person was really, really late. Nevertheless, this person managed to catch the train, right? If you see, it says in each of these examples, there are two clauses that are correctly joined with adverb connectors. In the first sentence, now the adverb condition connector if comes in the middle of the sentence. In the second sentence, the adverb contrast connector although comes at the beginning of the sentence. And a comma is used in the middle, right, of the sentence. The following example shows a way that a sentence pattern can be tested in the structure section of TOEFL tests. All right, it says you will get a good grade on the exam provided studying, you study. In this example, guys, you should quickly notice the adverb condition connectors provided, right? This connector comes in the middle of the sentence because it is a connector. It must be followed by a subject and a verb. The best answer to this question is letter D. Because if provided is, provided and provided that, it's a connector if you didn't know that. And actually in class, I gave this to you. So just double check. Provide is a connector. So if you have a connector, of course, you need a subject and a verb. So here we have the subject and you have the verb, right? So basically it's just, following the same like skill number 7, just making the correct information, guys. Okay, so we have other adverse connectors for condition if, in case, provided, providing, I'm sorry, unless, whether, although, even though, and so on. So what is the formula for this one, guys? It's really simple like the others. Right, subject, verb, the adverb connector in the middle, subject and verb. And what's gonna happen if we have the connector at the very beginning? So it's gonna be the same. The connector at the very beginning, and after that, we're gonna use subject, verb, and because we have the two clauses together, we have to use a comma, right? Hey, a comma, note, a comma is often used in the middle of the sentence with a contrast connector. The Smith family arrived at 2, while the Jones family arrived an hour later, right? Or a contrast. Hey guys, so take the exercise A, try to do it, try to solve it. Take it because this is coming in the exam. And remember, we're gonna continue doing this. I'm gonna be uploading more videos about TOEFL skill and different classes. So if you have any question, I'm gonna have a forum on Schoology, so you can ask directly to me, and I'm gonna let you know what is gonna be the task for this skills, guys. So that's it, guys. Have a nice day.